Oh, it's Tuesday. We're not doing much today because I bet the wind's gusting 50 miles an hour. So it's a pretty slow day. It's actually, the last few days have been pretty slow. I've kind of almost been under the weather. I really haven't done any videos. I didn't used to have allergy problems, but I guess as I'm getting older, I'm starting to develop allergy problems. But I've been stuffed up. I haven't felt bad, but I haven't felt good either. So we're supposed to get some bad storms tonight. You can tell the wind's blowing right now. I'm sure you can hear it in the GoPro. It's all the things good for us. Not doing what I want it to do. I just thought I'd do a video today since I haven't done one in like 3 or 4 days. We sold logs yesterday. I don't usually do videos of ourselves. I try to keep that stuff pretty private for our clients and our landowners. It's just for their confidentiality. Nobody needs to know their business. I mean, they put their trust and faith in us, so we're not gonna go around exploiting their business and the money involved in it. So, but I was gonna answer a few questions from the page. The big one's been like people asking about our treetops. Like we'll push them and pile them up. They ask, "You don't cut firewood?" No, we don't cut firewood. I don't cut firewood. When I was in high school, I cut firewood to make money. I loaded 48-foot flatbed trailers for semis, and they were trucked to Denver, Colorado. I'd had enough firewood cutting then. We're loggers. We're a logging company. We're not a firewood company. I'm sure you guys in the Northeast, firewood's probably a pretty prominent business, but here in Southwest Missouri, it's not a real prominent business. And I guess if guys are starving and want to cut firewood, hey, I mean, I'm not knocking you at all. I'm really not. I mean, that's great, that you got the work ethic, you want to cut firewood, but we stay busy cutting timber, not cutting firewood. We're usually behind in cutting timber, so I definitely don't have time to cut firewood. That's the big thing there, and a lot of people ask about our walnut, because yeah, we cut a lot of walnut. We hunt it pretty hard. A lot of people call us to harvest their walnut aside from us, hunting it hard. People talk about the little crotch pieces and end pieces. No, we don't do anything with that either. I'm sure there's some great little niche markets out there for that. I'm sure there really is, but it's just one of those things. I don't have time to go through a treetop and cut out all the little crotch pieces and figured pieces to haul back to a yard and try to sell it. I actually did some stuff like that once. I had a good friend down in the Boot Hill, Missouri that made duck calls, and I hauled some bigger crotch pieces and figured pieces home and put on our log yard, and he ended up never coming getting them, so I had a heck of a bonfire with all the other end pieces and trimmings. But I mean, like I said, I got nothing against people that do that. That's great, that you can utilize all that. And if I had people that would follow through with wanting some of that stuff, maybe I'd do a little more of it, but I don't have the time to cut little pieces and knickknacks out of treetops. Because for us, I mean, I know some guys don't cut a lot of walnut, or walnut's kind of a rarity, and they probably want to get every little speck of sawdust they can from it, but I mean, that's almost all we cut. At least 60% of what we harvest is walnut. We just, we don't cut near the volumes a lot of companies do that cut oak, but our oak here in this part of Missouri is not real good oak. We've got really poor quality oak. Then you will every now and then get into a place where you cut some good oak, but for the most part, it's kind of lackluster in the quality. We cut a lot of black oak, not a lot of good true northern red, or white oak's always mineral stained or shake. It's always got something wrong with it. There's very little to no veneer white oak. I don't know. It's just, we just got poor timber. You go any direction from here and you get into good timber, but right here, within a pretty good radius of us, it's pretty poor for the most part. But like I said, you will get into veins of good timber every now and then, good oak timber. Gosh, I'm sure there's something I'm missing on. I apologize for no videos for 3 or 4 days, however long it's been. But like I said, we didn't work Sunday because of the wind. Let me think back, because my days run together. Friday. It was really windy Friday, so we didn't get a chance to pull another tree. Saturday, I had to look at 2 jobs of timber, so I was on the road Saturday looking at timber. And I looked at some really good timber Saturday. It was down on the south side of Springfield, but the problem was it was all in a yard. And I really wanted to cut it. I really did. It was a 4-acre lot on the south side of Springfield, which is there's some pretty nice residential areas down there. But he had some good trees, several of them. But the problem was, it was a beautiful home, beautiful piece of property. The problem was, when we go in to cut that, it was going to make a mess of it. It was really going to change the look of the landscape. And I told the gentleman that, and it was a referral. We cut some timber on some friends of his here a year or so ago, and it was a referral deal. And I always try to be honest and upfront with people on deals like this, on any deal. And it's like I told him, I said, I really want to cut your timber, I do, and I'm not trying to shoo away the work. But at the same time, I don't want to be the guy responsible for taking a beautiful yard and destroying it and making it look terrible, because all the trees were in such close proximity that you were going to get into some of the smaller trees cutting the bigger ones. There was just no way from it. Of course, then you had power lines, you had a swimming pool, you had nice concrete and blacktop driveways in the house, or in the yard for the house. There's so many obstacles, obstructions, and I just didn't want to be that guy. Let somebody else tear it up and get a bad name, but not me. And of course, we're going to have somebody, well, you can climb up there on top of those trees. Yeah, you could, but when you start hiring people to do that, because I'm not a climber, I start on the ground and cut them down, then I work my way to the top of them. So, yeah, you get to where you're not making any money when you're hiring out a bunch of stuff like that to be done, because I've been down that road. But kind of other than that, didn't work Sunday. We actually had snow down here Sunday. It snowed hard. Now it's record highs again today. It's probably well up in the 70s. Blowing hard. Got some storms moving in. So tonight, we're just kind of watching the weather. We don't know if we're going to get to work a lot this week, depending on how much it rains tonight. So we got to be careful there. But, we're ready to go back to plugging away at Walnut. Ourself, we did the sale yesterday, took bids on it, and both bids were very competitive. They were both right there together. All in all, there was 300-foot difference from one buyer to the other. And so it was right there close. Both guys were very, very close. So that's always good. That makes you feel good about it, because we do business with both of them quite a bit. And I don't like bidding stuff out. I don't like doing bid wars. But so hopefully we'll have some good videos this week for everybody. We're hoping for that. But hopefully I can get over this allergy problems or whatever. Oh, about my dog, Trixie's doing great. She's her ornery self. I really appreciate everybody's concern and asking about her. She's really getting along good. You couldn't even tell she's been shot. She's getting around so good. She's doing really well. So thank you for all that. Asking about my bloodhound. But gonna get off here. Gonna find something to do. But oh yeah, rocking a Logger Threads t-shirt today. Love these things. Fit really good. Couldn't be happier with them. Love the little tags on them.